Good evening.
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
Arrivederci. Nah. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Nice to see everyone in chat.
I'm
And
gonna.
it looks like England has lost yesterday, Hidden. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Well,
Do you know what I
like,
found funny about it, mate? I found really funny. They were doing well until like the last, 5, 10 minutes. And they could not keep that ball away from that net. For 5, 10 minutes, I think it's all fixed. I think it's fixed.
well,
It's
I
really
like
good.
to. I like to revert to your original comment on it that you're not a football man.
I'm not a football man, but I've got my opinions that I think
Yeah?
it's definitely fixed. Gonna be honest.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's over. The football was never coming home.
It's not over. It's not over.
For
You,
England,
you
it
know.
is,
You
yes.
know. No, it's not. They still got a match on Saturday. But you're not a football guy, so you really don't know. So
Eh? I thought
yeah,
they were
there's
out.
no, there's a third. They're out. They're out of the final. They're out not for the finals, but there's a third place playoff for bronze.
Oh, is it? Shows you how much I don't know about football. But anyway, they're not gonna win.
So well,
Uh,
they're playing
we'll
against
see.
they're playing against France. See, that was the final. That's what the final I wanted to see. I wanted to see England versus France in the final, but I'm going to get it in the third round, third place playoff.
I see.
So,
I see. Losers trophy, as Bob Lazar is saying. Yes.
but you know what, man? I think it's bad that you're hating on them because they lost. How far did they get? How many teams did they beat? Did you even watch the Mexico match? Did you watch the England? There we go. They played superb football. They showed you what they could do. And I think they got let down by their coach. That's my honest opinion. When he took off the two players and he put on two defenders when he should have put on two strikers. He should have he should have kept England. He should have kept Argentina as a threat. Should have. You get what I mean? He should have
hmm
kept on.
hmm
He should have kept on pushing forwards. But that's how it goes. Yes, yeah, we're all going to say that. But you know what? Well done, lads. Well done, lads. You got to the semi-finals. Well done. Well done.
Still lost.
People like Nick, they're just dicks, really. To be honest, they don't know football. They say it from the beginning. I don't know football. I don't really care. Then they start hating. You know, to me, it's the saying: a broke clock is right twice a day.
Mm,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Okay.
And if you keep on saying we're gonna lose, hey, guess what? When we do lose, you can like what you're doing. We lost. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's. I think
The
that
thing
you know
is,
what you know
I
what
think
if you live in a country and you can't get behind your team, just get the fuck out the country. That that
I'm,
that
I'm
that's
English. I'm English. I'm going fucking anywhere, mate. The thing is, I've been watching football. Well, I say the World Cup, I should say, for many years. They always get to the semi-finals, stuff like that, and they always
no, they
lose.
don't.
They
No, they
always
don't.
do.
No, they
Always
don't.
do.
They got to the
Always do.
quarterfinals. They always get to the quarters, and if they can make it past the quarters, they got a good chance of winning, which is standard, obvious. I mean, this is the what is this? I can't remember the last time they were in the semifinals. That's the truth. I can't remember the last time they were in it, but it was still a good match. It was still a good. This is one of those that we cannot moan at the players. We cannot moan, especially how they played. We got really one good real match out of that. But anyways, I don't want to talk
Anyway,
about it.
it's all fixed. The whole thing's fixed anyway. So anyway, who
It's-
cares? It's a bunch of overplayed players, multi-millionaires kicking a bloody ball into a net. Who fucking cares? Who cares?
So,
Anyway, once the
so
World
why
Cup's
bring it
over,
up? Why bring it up?
but I
It's
just want to have a
obviously you
go.
care. You're the one that brought it up. So
No,
you
everyone
care.
bloody cares. Everyone bloody cares about it until they bloody lose. Everyone's talking about how great they are when they went into the
I didn't
semi-finals.
say
As
that.
soon as they lost, they
I
all
didn't say
shut
that.
up about it.
I didn't say
No,
that
not
at
just
all.
you. It's just the people on Facebook, mate. It's just the people that.
Listen, man, there's people out there that try and rage bait. That's all they do. They try and rage bait. I think England
Oh,
had a
rage
good
bait
squad.
me.
I think England had a really good squad, and I think they done a grand job. I think it was a poor decision from the coach. I really think that. I think he sent out two defenders when he shouldn't have. He should have sent out two strikers. You know what I mean? He should have sent out some people that was going to kick the ball in Argentina's net. But
yeah, the people with me on that one. Overplayed is an English thing. It's an English mentality. It's it's this overplayed They're over. I mean, they cost millions for these players to kick a bloody poxy ball into a net. Once it's over, it's over. We're back to current affairs.
I don't know why they're worth so much, and that's not my beef. At the end of the day, I want to watch a match, and I enjoyed it. It was a good match. It was a good match. And I
well, at least you enjoyed it, mate. Good for you. Good for you.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Mexico match. Was happy to see them play good on the Mexico match as well, when they had everything against them. And that one they should have lost. We're rooting for Spain now. We don't want Argentina to get the World Cup, but they probably will.
Anyway, I'm celebrating the loss of England with a pina colada. Cheers,
see what
everyone.
I mean? Why are you glad they lost, Bob? Why are you Argentinian or something?
Bloody
anyways,
crappy football. Anyway, let's get to the main. Yeah, let's do roll call and get to the topic because yeah. It's so funny. Oh, it's funnier than bloody James's Franco alien thing.
No,
oh, Jesus.
Only in your mind it is. There's somebody called Christopher Anti-Dumbass. There you go. How you doing, man? I don't know if you just walked in, just wrote that. Because some people do that, don't they? They write in, they walk in, write a comment, and then they go.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So, but if you're here, hello. Like your name. John, thank you for sharing. How you doing?
Thank you, John.
Rotary.
Cheers, John. This is for you. Hey, Ray. How's it going, man?
We got One True Saxon, and this is his favorite topics, the Germans.
The Germans. Are they in the World Cup or not? No more World Cup talk.
They never made it, man. No, they did make it. They went out pretty early. Science Evidence Fringe, how you doing?
How's it going, man? Cool. It's a tissue. Wow. Dribbling.
John P. Adventures, how you doing, man?
How's it going, John? Nice to see you. I'll reply to your email in a minute, mate. Once the show's finished, I'll reply to your email. But nice to see you, man. Nathan from the Quantum Show. Hey, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. yeah. Aliens, still not demons.
Have you seen him on Rogan pushing that?
Twat. Absolute idiot. He knows nothing about ufology, nothing about the history. He's just in the mindset of Christianity. So anyway, move on from that. But yeah.
But he knows about
Hey, Space Cow.
How you doing, man? Bob Lazar.
Hey, Bob. How's it going, man? Nice to see you. How's it going, Black Dart?
Yeah. All right. You want to go for this one? Ken now?
Oh, yes, Mark.
For now?
No, it's Mark Jeffrey. I know Mark. He sent me a few books and so a couple of PlayStation 1 games. But nice to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you.
How you doing? I saw something about mushrooms. Oh, there we go.
Hey, Budicon. Nice to see you, man.
Hello, everyone. I have a DoorDash coming with James Frank. I think that's it. The One True Saxon we got, didn't we?
No, we got.
Oh, here. I got
Indica.
one. I got this one.
Hey, Greg Stevens.
How you doing?
Nice to see you.
Sorry about that. I'm catching up. There we go. How you doing, Twisted Hippie?
Nice to see you, man.
And then I can't see anybody else, so I'm looking for mostly Indica.
It's underneath One True Saxon.
Messi is gay. I saw that.
3 up from that one. Yeah, 3 up from that. Mostly Indica.
Free. How come I'm? Oh, there it is. Sorry, man. How you doing? It must be my eyes. They're really. Never mind. All right. Corbell's cat.
Nice to see you, Corvus Cat. How's it going? Oh,
Parasite.
Parasite. Nice to see you, man.
Shaggers.
Is that us two or the football team?
Uh,
Oh, bless.
good day, mate. I know. All right, Nick, your collection of. There you go.
Oh, cheers, man. Thank you. It's getting there. Actually, I need to get another bookcase because it's just accumulating at the moment. But yeah, it's looking quite nice, isn't it? It's looking pretty good. It looks how I wanted it in the first place. But yeah, thank you very much, Space Cow. Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
I wanted to ask you though. Did you watch?
Yeah.
Did you watch that thing with Vance?
I did, yeah, and it made me go. JD Vance is stuck in a Christian mentality.
Fair
And
enough. I just wanted.
Okay.
I just
Okay,
wanted
talk
to
about
ask
it
you
again.
something else. I just wanted to ask you something else. Okay, I gotta hone it in, man, because you're gonna go somewhere else. Did you notice how? Did you notice how Rogan was trying to go against him a bit? Like,
Yeah.
really? Because I saw him a couple of times. I heard him a couple of times go, "Really, man?"
Yeah. The thing is with the thing is with JD Vance, I'm always open minded. I mean, we did an episode with hello Rendell, nice to see you. Actually, I got one of your signed books, believe it or not. Yeah, he was talking about no, I watched a video on Aleister Crowley. We've done an episode on Aleister Crowley, and Lamb gets brought up. You know, the figure with the big head.
Yeah.
Fair enough. It looks like an alien, and even Aleister Crowley says that it was part demon, isn't it?
No,
Really, what was
no, he called it an interdimensional being.
interdimensional being? This, yeah. Sorry, I can backtrack on that one. So basically, what was JD Vance was saying is, I think he hasn't really done enough research into the history of aliens, extraterrestrials. Okay, it just has to be said, you know, because looking through the abduction cases throughout histories, so to speak. But he seems to be very narrow-minded, one-sided, and I understand why Rogan was pushing, counterbalancing what he was saying. Because, like I said, JD Vance is he's very in the Christian mentality, you know, where everything's just demons all of a sudden.
The only thing that when I was watching it, and it made me think,
Yeah,
how much of a nutball you have to be for Joe Rogan to push back on you. I mean, he's had Bart Savelgo on there, and he didn't push back on him.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Oh,
he
true.
had that actor. Terrence, is it Terrence Howard?
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
What is it? What is it? 1 × 1 = 2. He's wrote mathematics, and he didn't push back on him. But he has JD Vance up there spewing some nonsense, and he's like, "Really, man?" I found that amusing.
The thing is with besides that comment from Rendell C. Stevens, behave yourself, Rendell. I would say I don't think none of them know about ufology. I don't think Joe Rogan really knows anything about aliens. I mean, or about the whole topic of extraterrestrials, the ufology, I should say. I think he's getting slimmer of glimpses of what's really been going on, but again, people's got their own interpretations of
you got to look at it. It is not Joe Rogan's fault because he's an entertainer. That's all he is. So if there's a topic and he can get a good guest on, he's going to talk about that, and that's why he had Vance on. But my point of this again is there are so many people he's had on that spewed absolute crap on his show. And he hasn't, sure. and he hasn't pushed back. He's even had 4 Orbs on there, and he didn't push back on 4 Orbs, but he pushed back twice.
What? What? No, he didn't. He didn't. Well, Ashton Forbes.
He ain't never had Ashton Forbes on there.
No. He didn't. No.
He was showing his video then.
Yeah, and it was. Is it Kurt Mungle who called Ashton Forbes an autistic something? I can't remember who it was, but. No, he was going to, but I think there was a lot of pushback on that. But we shouldn't mention his name because he gets extremely defensive. I've noticed that.
I ain't saying nothing bad about him. I didn't say nothing bad about him. I just thought he was on Joe Rogan, and he
No, no.
didn't. Well, there you go.
There we go. There we go.
All right, sorry.
Yeah. So, should we go on to today's main topic? What are you looking at?
I was looking at Indica's
Comment.
comment. I don't know what that means.
Four Orbs hasn't been on. I
IIRC.
don't know, mate. Not too sure. Not too sure. Indica. Not too sure. But I know he hasn't been on Joe Rogan.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, Space Cow was saying, will Rogan have Franco on now? This is it. We'll talk about Franco at the end because he uploaded another video which I showed hidden. It was actually quite funny, believe it or not. But today's topic, it's not about the World Cup or James Franco or JD Vance. That pina colada is lovely. We are talking about, actually, this is the third part of actually the fourth part, because when we first started doing our live streams together, you got me on the show to talk about German technology. So we talked about the turbine-driven aircraft, part one. Part two, we talked about the anti-gravity side. And then I think, did we do 3 parts? I'm not too sure. But this is like 3 or the fourth part of the technology side, which I think the Germans created this, personally, myself. It's quite fascinating. And that is Die Glocke. Let me bring up a picture of a Die Glocke. Let's bring this up. Because I think, well, I don't say I think, I know for a fact there is a lot of nonsense online to do with Die Glocke. The time machine side, which I know Y-Files, which we're going to show, does talk about it, but I don't really think that was part of the concept, so to speak. Okay, this device is very, very high advanced technology, which personally myself, there are actually documents to support this technology being used. This is why I'm saying they would have created this rather than the Hounaboo. All right, so let's just go back to the beginning. Where did the story of Die Glocke came from? Okay, so let's go all the way back to the end of World War II. There was a guy named Jacob Spoenberg. Okay, he was a German engineer, and he was banged up in prison in a Polish jail. Okay, Nancy Pellens. Twisted it's funny. So yeah, he was banged up in prison in jail in Poland. He wouldn't really say anything because he was associated with the death of 60 scientists, German scientists. And I'll try not to say the N word there, of German scientists involved with this project. And eventually, at the end of, well, he actually made an affidavit, which is a written down transcription of what he was involved with, and he talked about Die Glocke, the bell. Now, the affidavit we haven't seen, but that is where the story came from, and it began from this book right here by a Polish aviation journalist named Igor Wachowski, and his book right here, The Truth About the Wunderwaffe. And in this book, there was actually a series of books that was brought out in the 90s, in the early 90s, talking about German technologies, the airplanes, the jet planes, etc., which you've seen this book right here. And there's one last book that he published in the early 90s, and it was talking about the bell. So in this book right here has everything in it. Okay, so Igor Wachowski, he's a Polish, like I said, a Polish aviation engineer. Oh my God, Nick, I'm screwing my words up. A Polish aviation journalist who saw the affidavit. Yeah, bring up a bit bigger. That's what she said. No, not Die Glocke, the book.
God damn it.
I screw up all the time. There we go. Okay, so this is the book right here. You can go find it on Amazon, stuff like that. And in here it talks about the Bell project. Okay, there's also another book, one right here by Nick Cook, called Hunt for 0 Points, which talks about German technology, but it does mention about the Bell. And In fact, bring up the picture again, Hidden, of the bell itself.
How do I bring that up?
That's one of the buttons. I get
Hold on, I
confused
got
as
it. I
well.
got it.
There you got it. Okay, okay. So the bell didn't really look like that. Okay, it kind of, well, Igor Wachowski saw the transcription, the affidavit, but he didn't really publish it, so to speak. So we're just sort of trusting what he actually says. And the bell actually looked like that. Okay, so this was a device that was 15 foot high, 12 foot wide, and inside this bell-shaped device were two barrels filled with a red mercury liquid called Xerum 525 or 225. Oh my god, I'm screwing the words up. One of the two. We'll get to it when we watch Y-Files. And what would this device would do, the two barrels that were placed one on top of each other will counter-rotate against each other. So one would spin to the left and one would spin to the right. And they will pump globs of electricity. So this was actually hooked up into the device. So the amount of power that needed to be produced into this device was enough power to power Berlin. This was millions of volts. Okay, so the idea of what the History Channel was saying, that this device started flying around everywhere, total nonsense. Okay, it just levitated. But the thing is with this, it gave off a huge amount of background radiation. It would actually degrade plants. Scientists were killed. It was actually tested inside first, and it had these ceramic tiling around it, and then eventually they brought it outside to this place right here, which I'd love to visit, in Poland. I can't remember what it was called, and this is called the Henge. There's some speculation whether or not this device was actually tested here, because underneath, right underneath, I don't have any pictures unfortunately, there are actually cabling that circle around the circumference of this, what would you call this, is it hexagon? Would you say that, Hidden? I can't remember what it's called. It's not really a circle. It's like a hexagon. Just call it a hexagon, whatever. People in chat clarify me. So underneath you had these wiring that would circle the actual henge itself. And again, it's just kind of to do with speculation in regards of did they have tested this device here? Because what's interesting that the fact there is an actual power plant next to this place. So that's where they would have got the power to power this device. Okay. So again, this is just an artist's impression of this. They would say there were like these strange writings at the bottom, but that's just total nonsense, because why would they put these hieroglyphics writing underneath, when they're testing this device, basically? So that's what it was, basically. It was to conquer a new type of energy, a new type of propulsion system. So you couldn't really fly the thing, Hidden. It was just testing, basically. It would glow blue when the device was activated, but like I said, it had extremely high radiation background, and there's actual documents in this book, Igor Wachowski's book, that says this device actually degraded plants because of the radiation. Okay, and obviously scientists involved with this. Now, where did this technology go? This is the only thing that I speculated with. Hans Kammler went missing after the war. Now, Hans Kammler was the head of all the top secret programs for the SS. He went missing after the war, and there's some speculations when he went to Argentina, whether he went to Russia, but there was speculation that he went to America. So you want to know where that technology went? Find Hans Kammler. Okay, so it's still to this day. So it's Hans Kammler, Heinrich Müller, Martin Bormann, all these people like really high top in the SS, all went missing, never to be seen again. Okay, this is it. So God knows where they went. So it's finding where this technology is. Once we get to the Y-Files, we'll explain it a lot. But I would say, yes, in terms of documentation, and I think one of the parts I've done on Alien Addicts, I'll talk about the documentation in that was presented, that the fact that this device was actually real. Okay, so this is just an artist's impression of this. So like I said, I tell you what, let's play Y-Files, because he's pretty good, sort of explaining the whole thing through, because it goes back to the earlier days of red mercury. And that was in more or less in like India. I think it's some speculation whether or not it's actually real or not, this red mercury.
Did you say it was in India?
Yeah. Could you? Oh, bloody hell! There's this
That word,
aircraft that looks that
like a
is beginning with a
pyramid.
V.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's oh god,
Yeah.
guys. Anyone in chat remember what it's called? I can't remember.
Viltrum or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and that
I know what
if
you're
you
on
look through
about.
if you look for the text on that,
Yeah.
Red Mercury, mate. And it sort of leads into current day affairs where they're sort of using this Red Mercury. Hey, Jamit Musa, man. Nice to see you. So, yeah, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's just the background of the Bell Project. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Corbell's Cat, Science and Fringe. Yeah. Viminia? Vimania? Something like that.
I always think of the pyramid in India.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the
it.
one that was having all the battles in the sky?
I think so, yeah. I think so.
I mean, I'm not saying it's true, but I think that's the legend.
Yeah. I need to do a background on that one. Hold on, guys. I'm just gonna. Right. So
it'd be an interesting subject to cover.
Yeah. If you want to do that, mate. Yeah, for sure. So right here we have the Y files, and guess what, Hidden? I have Brave, so no more ads, so everyone can stop complaining. After a year.
I thought that was an ad. That's why I wasn't putting it up straight away.
Oh yeah, sorry.
There's some sort of barcode.
There we go. So let's listen to the Y files in regards of the Bell Project.
What's going on there?
What's up?
I can hear myself.
Oh no! Oh god. Okay. Back to Plan B then. All right, fair enough. Yeah, I shared it on the second thing, so you be able to hear yourself. Sorry about that, mate. Sorry.
Oh, I was like, Red Mercury is cinnabar oil or containing mercury, and what we get and where we get the red vinaminin color, vinaminin red, is also part of the man. Why can't they make just easiest things to say? All shouldn't come the alloy of Atlantis. Very interesting. Very interesting.
There we go, mate. Hey, Moody. How's it going? Nice to see you. And Monkey Silly Do. How's it going?
Nice sorry, mate. Yeah, I missed him too.
Nah, sorry, mate. Brave, Hidden can hear himself. But don't worry, we've gone through the Moody route where I put a little hyphen between the T and the U, I think. So no ads. Don't worry, no adverts. No adverts.
Vermilion.
Vermilion. There we go.
I never even heard of that. Sounds like something from never mind.
Okay, Hidden. Right, bring this up. Fantastic. Right, so sit back and relax, your cock and balls. It's about 35 minutes long. 33 minutes. I thought it was longer than that. But anyway, listen to this.
Million.
You all good, Hidden?
Yeah. I still don't know what the hell that is, though. It's not Red Mercury.
In the year 1010 in central India, Himboja put down his stylus. He wrote dozens of books on medicine, yoga, poetry, grammar, everything. Now he was writing about architecture, design, and machines. But he started to hesitate, something the king never did. Not because he didn't know what to write, because he realized this information was dangerous. He wrote about technology years ahead of its time. Mechanical fountains that shot across courtyards, water clocks that kept perfect time, automated guards that swung swords at anyone who tried to pass. Every invention was described in precise detail, right down to usable engineering schematics. But he wasn't so generous in his newest and most interesting entry, flying machines. He wrote about a great bird built of light wood with a human controlling wings from the inside. At the machine's center, a sealed vessel of mercury heated by fire propelled the machine through the sky. How exactly the heated mercury defied gravity, Boja refused to say. There was a heavier craft shaped like a temple. Inside were 4 massive cylinders of mercury sent over ovens, and just like the wooden bird, the temple would fly. Boja wrote down the materials and the proportions, the mercury, the fire, how to pilot the craft, everything. Everything except how to build it. His other inventions came with step-by-step instructions. Not these.
The construction of the machines has not been explained for the sake of secrecy and not due to lack of knowledge. In that respect, that should be known as the reason. They are not fruitful when disclosed.
Translation, I can build these. That doesn't mean I should. In ancient India, mercury was almost sacred. Mystics believed it could purify metals, cure diseases, even extend life. It was the most powerful substance they knew, but they didn't realize how dangerous it was. Hitler was obsessed with ancient myths and artifacts. He sent archaeologists looking for the Holy Grail, the Spear of Destiny, even Thor's hammer.
Mjolnir.
What?
Mjolnir. Thor's hammer was called Mjolnir.
How is that relevant?
I'm just trying to impress the Marvel movie fans.
Wait, there are still Marvel movie fans?
Yeah, you make a point.
Hitler brought in Sanskrit and Vedic experts to translate the ancient Indian texts that described exotic technology, specifically vimanas, which could generate free energy and defy gravity. And some are shaped like a bell. Germany already had the most advanced aircraft in the world. They deployed the first jet fighters. They were dramatically faster and better armed than Allied piston and prop planes. They had the best tanks, the best subs,
Sandwiches?
submarines.
That makes most sense.
The problem was fuel. A working Vimana solves this. Unlimited energy, anti-gravity. A few well-armed Vimanas could end the war in weeks, maybe days. But Mercury had even more powerful properties. It's the reason the bell had a code name, Kronos, time. Hitler didn't just want to win the war, he wanted to win it before it started. When the German scientists turned it on, it glowed a pale blue. Plants nearby turned to gray sludge. Animals fell over, convulsed, and died. Birds fell out of the sky. No living thing could survive near the bell. It ran on Xerum 525, sometimes called red mercury. Red mercury was even more toxic than regular mercury. It was so dangerous and volatile, the entire machine had to be surrounded by lead. Even with heavy shielding, many of the scientists got sick. Their hair fell out, their skin blistered, they vomited blood. It was like radiation poisoning, but much faster acting and much more painful. This was the danger King Boja hinted at. It's why he left a warning, it's why he hesitated. 1,000 years later, the Nazis didn't hesitate. The temptation was too great, the stakes were too high. Research was done in a repurposed mine that extended deep beneath the mountains. A network of tunnels connected the labs and living quarters. Scientists working on the bell couldn't leave the site. All that mattered was the work. The Nazis knew they were losing the race for the atomic bomb. They were close, but the Manhattan Project was gonna get there first. So Hitler needed a different weapon. Something the Allies couldn't build. Something they couldn't fight. Something they couldn't even imagine. 15 feet tall, 9 feet wide, made of a hard, heavy metal and shaped like a church bell, Die Glocke. Maintenance panels and portholes ran all the way around it. But that was about it. The real magic was inside the machine, its engine. The cylinders spun in opposite directions, spin mercury fast enough, and the counter-rotation could generate anti-gravity, dimension shifting, even invisibility. The bell's test site was a ring of 11 massive concrete pillars. Each had a heavy iron bolt and chain to tether the machine. A web of wires ran out of the machine and into different consoles and equipment. Since the engine distorted gravity, it also distorted time. On top of the bell was a special mirror that showed glimpses of the past. That was the main goal of Project Kronos. Free energy was good. Anti-gravity.
Right, that concept, I think that was more or less an internet-based opinion, okay? There was no mirror attached to this at all.
It was better, but unlocking the secret to
But
time
wait.
travel, that was how you build an empire.
Did Project Kronos exist?
That word is not brought up in Igor Bukowski's book, okay? Die Glocke itself came from Igor Bukowski, but Kronos, I can't find any reference to the original source, which is from Igor Bukowski. I think this is the thing hidden, and I mentioned it before we showed the video, that there is too much internet rumors about what this device actually was, and as soon as you start going to the time machine aspect, it doesn't make sense. It really, how, there's no mirrors attached to it at all, so this is the problem, is where did the research for this presentation right here came from? Most probably the internet and books as well, but I read through Igor Bukowski books, especially to talk about the bell, and there was no mention of this mirror or Project Kronos.
Okay.
Empire to last 1,000 years. And the bell didn't necessarily have to send people back in time. It just needed to send information, like the D-Day landing site, a new Enigma code, or warning against attacking the Soviet Union. The bell was a true Wunderwaffe, a wonder weapon. But the irony was, the Time Machine project was running out of time. The Allies tore through Europe from the west, heading straight for Berlin. From the east, the Red Army, 2 million soldiers, 8,500 planes, 6,500 tanks. They were unstoppable. But when the Russians finally captured the mine, it was empty. The Nazis were gone. The bell was gone. And by the time the war was over, every scientist who worked on the project was dead or missing. The Soviets didn't think the mine was abandoned. They thought someone got there first, murdered the scientists, and stole the bell. They believed the bell was on an unmarked ship somewhere, traveling by night, slowly and quietly. Maybe a merchant ship, maybe a private vessel. They didn't know for sure. But the Soviets were sure of one thing. The bell was headed to the United States. The trapdoor of the gallows dropped, and SS Commander Jakob Sporenberg fell. The noose around his throat pulled tight and snapped his neck. A few spasms, then the Nazi commander was gone. He was captured by the British in May of 1945. During questioning, he mentioned Die Glocke. Now, he wouldn't say what the bell did, but he did say the project was closed and everyone who worked on it was dead. Around 60 men executed, so the secret would stay buried. The Brits turned him over to the Poles, who tried, convicted, and hanged him the same day. Whatever Sporenberg knew about the bell disappeared at the end of that rope. The man at the center of the Bell project was Hans Kammler. Kammler was Hitler's fixer, the man in charge of impossible projects. He oversaw the V-2 rocket program, the world's first ballistic missile. He supervised the Nazi jet aircraft factories. He also ran the tunnel system under the mountains, including the one they called Der Riese, the Giant. Miles of reinforced chambers carved into the rock by prisoners who worked until they died. He designed the mine complex where the bell was built. But in November 1945, Kammler disappeared. Now, some say he shot himself. Others say he took cyanide. One story says he died in a firefight. Another that he was captured but escaped. 4 stories. None produce a body. In 1948, a German court declared him legally dead on the testimony of his driver and aide. Again, no body, no dog tags, no grave, just 2 men swearing he was gone. But that's not what the paperwork says. A U.S. military document dated May 30th, 1945, lists the senior German prisoners in American hands. Hermann Goering is at the top of the page. 18 names later, Hans Kammler. Researchers later found U.S. intelligence reports that put Hans Kammler alive in American custody months after the day he supposedly died. Then he vanished. The men who chased the story think they know why. Kammler made a deal. He traded information for freedom and a new life. But the U.S. wasn't interested in tunnels or jets or rockets. They had those. They wanted Die Glocke. They wanted the bell. More than 1,600 German scientists and engineers were quietly brought to the United States after the war. The program was Operation Paperclip. In exchange for working for the Americans, their war crimes were forgiven and their background sanitized. The most famous was Werner von Braun, who designed the V-2 rocket. That rocket eventually became the Saturn V, which took us to the moon.
Fake news.
Please don't.
50 years ago, they had the technology to get to the moon. Yet somehow I have a room, but I can't find the kitchen.
About 20,000 prisoners died building his rockets, worked to death, or hanged in the factory as a warning, all on von Braun's watch. Major Werner von Braun of the SS. Instead of a rope, he got a job, a title, and a pension.
Nazis commit war crimes and get a pension and a dental plan. We tell the truth and get an IRS audit. Only in America.
That's actually true. But while von Braun headed to NASA, Kammler went nowhere. Officially, the man who led Die Glocke didn't make it to America. But the technology did.
This is it. Oh, hold on. Now, Joseph P. Farrell's book. Oh God, where is it? He wrote a book called SS Brotherhood of the Bell. And if I remember rightly, Joseph P. Farrell said that Hans Kammler went into Argentina. If I remember rightly, Mike got that wrong. So this was speculation, but you can see from the paperwork there, he was in America at that time, which makes sense because, you know, the Russians, the British, the Americans, you know, everyone was trying to grab as much scientists as they could to work for their projects because there was like this Cold War sort of building up.
For 40 years, every rocket worked the same way. Strap a cockpit to a bomb, light the fuse, and pray. Nazi missiles, NASA rockets, same design. Violent, loud, and over in minutes. Nobody thought there was any other way to move through space. Nobody except one engineer at NASA who thought the whole approach was backwards. In the early 1960s, Harold Kaufman wanted the opposite of a rocket. Not a single violent burst, a gentle push that never stopped. An engine that used very little fuel at once, but kept running and running and running for months, maybe years. The problem was, nobody knew how to build it. The existing designs didn't work, so Kaufman built his own. And he worked mostly on instinct. He could feel how the charged gas behaved inside the engine before the math caught up. But it caught up. His colleagues were terrified. Kaufman's work was dangerous. He could turn the building into a smoldering crater. But his instinct was right, again and again, and he finally got it to work. Take liquid mercury and boil it into a vapor. Hit that vapor with electrons to charge the atoms. Then throw the charged atoms out the back of the engine at tens of thousands of miles an hour. Now, one atom does almost nothing, but trillions of them, hour after hour, could push a spacecraft clear across the solar system. That's the power of sustained thrust.
Yeah, I'll show you some sustained thrust.
Take it easy.
Sorry. It's the peptides talking.
So that was the first ion engine, and it ran on mercury. When it fired, it glowed a pale blue. The same pale blue the Germans saw coming off Die Glocke. In 1970, NASA bolted Kaufman's engine to a satellite called Cert-2 and waited for it to die. It didn't. They hoped it would run for 6 months. It ran for 11 years. They shut it off and restarted it more than 500 times, and it kept working. It finally ran out of fuel in 1981. But it didn't crash, it didn't break down, it's still up there. We're still tracking it. Cert-2 is considered one of NASA's greatest successes in its entire history.
Wow.
But they walked away from it. Not because it failed, because of what it ran on. Mercury poisoned the people who built the engines. It contaminated the spacecraft. One crash on the launch pad would spread it across the whole site. They bailed on the most efficient engine they ever designed because they finally understood what King Boja knew 1,000 years before.
Yeah.
Just because you can build something doesn't mean you should. But someone always picks the dangerous idea back up. There's always someone who thinks they can control it. Around 2017, the US Navy quietly filed a handful of strange patents. Warping gravity for flight, bending gravity into a weapon, cloaking a craft by spinning charged matter. Every one of those technologies traced back to Die Glocke. This couldn't be a coincidence. There was only one explanation that made sense. The US Navy was building the Nazi bell.
Allegedly. All right. Just found the book right here. Joseph P. Farrell would be a good person to go on the show. Yes, the SS Brotherhood of the Bell, and I know he talks about Hans Kammler and the Bell Project. Most probably went to Argentina.
Oh, what the hell, man? Sorry, I ain't doing this on purpose. There we go.
There we go. I've got a number of Joseph P. Thrill's book, The Nazi Incredible Secret Technology. So there we go. So if you want to go check that out for further information, go ahead. But yeah, there we go. And I also have another one here, Reich of the Black Sun, and I've got another one here. I've found about 5 of them, I think. So yeah, go check it out. Go check it out. But you can see hidden, there's like a backtrack record of the Americans using it, so you could really go between both sides, really, who had the hands of the Bell project. But again, you've got to find Hans Kammler, and most likely he was in America. But I'll do a bit more research into it to find out where exactly, because people got their own different interpretations of where he went. That's
quite interesting, and plus, like, you know, if we can look into that satellite, that's why does anybody in the chat remember that satellite's name? Because oh man, I hope my kid ain't been messing on my desk. She has. She always takes my pad. Does anybody have you got the name of it?
No, not Black Knight, Moody. The one that NASA created that used the Mercury.
Is there anyhow you could go back?
Oh, sorry, Space Cow and Moody. Sorry. Yeah, I could do. Hey, how's it going? Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Could you go back, because I really want to look into that one? Because to me, then, if they built that technology and they've got it from somewhere, I just really want to look into the ins and outs of it. Because to me, that's fascinating. But then it shows you that they also had to stop because they knew the dangers. Like if that thing falls back to Earth as well. Because it's pure radiation. It's like a radiation bomb, isn't it? But
yeah.
hopefully what it might do is, I don't understand about mercury radiation. Because what I was going to say, it might burn up like space junk up in the atmosphere. So the radiation might burn off. But I don't know if that's how it works. You get what I mean?
I know. Yeah, I get what you mean completely.
Sorry, Nick, for asking you of this.
No, it's fine. I'm just actually gone back just slightly just to find the NASA Mercury. It was a satellite, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a satellite. Tested on the propulsion system. Hold on, Moody's got it.
Oh, he's got it. Yeah, Moody. Let's have a look.
All right, thank you. Space Electric Rocket Test 1. And CERT 1 and 2. Thanks, man. CERT 1 and 2. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah, cheers, Moody.
NASA tested ion propulsion systems using liquid mercury as a propellant in the 60s and the 70s aboard. I'm going to look into it. I want to see what it was made up of. So I want to see the engine. I want to have a look. That's intrigued me.
We'll bring up at the end. We'll bring up in the end, and we'll do a little bit of research into that. Yeah. That's fascinating.
What doesn't that show then? I mean, what's the difference between liquid mercury? Is red mercury a real thing?
I don't know. This is it. I haven't seen it. I think it's all to do with speculation. Moody, you probably know more than we do on this. The red mercury, because I think we talked about it on Alien Addict at some point. I haven't personally seen it. There's some videos online, but it's just I don't know if it's fake or not. It's hard to tell, mate. It's hard to tell.
But it's really cool that guy called it way back when, that king something, the Indian king.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Even if he called it red mercury, because even to do that puts a propulsion on that satellite, they used mercury. So they kind of used what he said. They just left off the red, but they used mercury. It's fascinating. Some of these stories that they talk about, and we look, Well, it is looked upon as fables, as folklores, because and they hold some truth in them.
Yeah. So I cheated a little bit. I used ChatGPT for this one. I said, is red mercury real? And it says no. There is no credible evidence that red mercury is real. It is widely regarded by scientists and nuclear experts as a hoax or a myth that has been exploited in scams and black market frauds, allegedly. So again, I mean, you could talk about mercury, but red mercury, this is it. This is the thing. But
Yeah.
whatever powered, I'll tell you what, if I put that in that satellite, because it was a satellite. Yeah, I got it here. Hold on. What about? Let's have a little look. So, did it use?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the best way. That's the best way of something that is real to make it mean that it isn't real by telling the whole world it doesn't exist.
Is this?
So I got you, Sadie. I got you there, man.
Yeah, there's a whole propulsion system in regards of that rocket, the NASA rocket as well. So yeah, the second rocket, the CERT-2, used ordinary mercury as a propellant and not red mercury. Okay, so there's just speculation there.
No. I just thought, was there really red mercury then when this king was around talking about it? But I still thought it was pretty cool that he called mercury, and that's what they used was mercury. They got the same.
Yeah.
They got the same blue flame, the same radiation crap. They didn't talk about any time or anything.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, the patents. But remember, isn't it, Nick? Go on, you say it. When it comes to patents, it doesn't mean they haven't. It's just a design that they want to put in front of any other person having it.
Yeah. Yes, right. Yeah. It's to submit it to whoever wants to contract the patent. It doesn't mean that they've got the technology. It means it's just there as an idea. Okay, because it's like
that they're safeguarding for themselves.
Yeah, pretty much.
So like if I wrote it and said this is mine, they say no, that patent exists.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So this is, I think, a lot of people in the UFO community where they see these like TR-3Bs, like triangle craft, which we have been seeing in the past for sure. But they say, look, it could be like any other sort of stuff, any sort of propulsion system, very exotic propulsion systems, and they produce this pattern. It's like, okay, that's one thing for sure. It's in writing, but is it actually been contracted? Has someone actually funded it? This is it. This is the other thing. So again, it's just, just has to be said, really. But red mercury, they said there's no credible evidence for it, but normal, ordinary mercury is a real thing, yes, which they use for that rocket. So do you want to continue going on with the video? Let's have a look.
I sure do. It's kind of interesting, man. Well, not kind of.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
In 2017, the U.S. Patent Office denied the U.S. Navy several patents. That's because they sounded like science fiction. A particle weapon that could knock a missile out of the sky, a fusion reactor small enough to fit in a garage, gravity shielding, cloaking, lensing, and a patent for a vehicle that sounds familiar, a cone-shaped craft that could fly through the air, dive into the ocean, and cross through space. It leaves no heat signature and runs on a single anti-gravity engine. When these patents were rejected as fiction, the Navy's chief technology officer told the Patent Office, all these inventions worked. And by the way, China was also working on the same technology. So in 2018, the patents were approved.
China's doing it. Those magic words get any project approved.
That's true.
Yeah, especially projects that try to gain new functions.
Okay,
What, bad joke? I mean bad joke?
that's enough.
Sorry. Get back to the vid. Yeah.
The inventor kept a low profile. He still does. Salvatore Paese is an aerospace engineer who worked at various secret test bases. When the public learned about the patents, the media wanted to speak to him. He gave no interviews. There are hardly any pictures of him anywhere. He barely exists on paper. Today, he works for the United States Space Force. If you find his cell number, let me know, by the way. All his patents ran on one idea, the Paese effect. Take an object and give it an electric charge. Spin charged matter fast. Spin it fast enough at the right frequency, you warp the space around it. Suddenly, the rules of physics no longer apply. A craft can be invisible or have no mass. Inertia disappears. Gravity bends around the machine instead of pulling it down. This is the same technology Sporenberg described 70 years ago, and the same technology King Boja described 1,000 years before that. But Boja wasn't stupid enough to build it. He knew how dangerous mercury was. He saw what happened to the men who handled it. Tremors, vomiting blood, blindness, insanity. He knew one spilled barrel would poison a city. The Nazis ignored that warning in 1945. NASA learned it the hard way in the 60s. But in 2018, a Silicon Valley entrepreneur decided that 1,000 years of wisdom didn't apply to him. He put together a plan to launch thousands of satellites into near-Earth orbit, and they would put 20 metric tons of mercury into the atmosphere. 20 metric tons per year. You want to know what the Earth looks like after a few years of that?
Terraforming.
Okay, you asked for it.
What?
It starts in your mouth. A taste like old pennies. Your gums smell and bleed. A tooth comes loose, then another, and you can't stop drooling. Then your hands turn pink, bright and swollen like they've been boiled. Skin peels off your thigh in long red strips. Light is unbearable. You sit in the dark. The sun feels like needles in your eyes. Then comes the tremors. Small at first. It's difficult to write. Then you can't hold a cup. You can't hold a spoon. You can't feed yourself. But by then you don't care. You have fits of rage, then fear, then long empty stretches where you can't remember your own children's names. Then you can't remember your own name. You can't remember anything at all. It's in the rain, then it's in the wheat, then in every plant on Earth. The animals go first. Most die of convulsions or internal bleeding, but some go insane. Dogs attack their owners. Cats intentionally drown themselves. And it's in every tap on Earth. You can't boil it out, you can't filter it, and it kills you slowly, mercilessly. By the time you die, you're barely human. And the babies are born already shaking. That's what worldwide mercury poisoning looks like. And it almost happened.
Oh, so this isn't gonna happen?
No.
Ah, that's too bad. When you said cats were drowning, I felt so warm inside.
Stop that.
This is hell beasts.
The Minamata Convention banned new mercury mining and phased out existing mines. The U.S. signed it in 2013. Mercury could no longer be used in manufacturing and healthcare. But here's the thing about that treaty. It didn't say anything about space. In 2018, Apollo Fusion Inc. began quietly pitching Mercury engines to satellite manufacturers. Mercury was cheap and efficient. A few pounds of mercury could power a satellite for a year. Thousands of satellites means saving billions of dollars. Small problem, though. All those engines emit their mercury waste back to Earth. A whistleblower did the math. In 2018 alone, about 4,000 satellites were launched. Just 1,000 satellites would dump around 20 tons of mercury into the upper atmosphere, and that was 20 tons every year. It'd be in the rain, then the oceans, then the entire food chain. Mercury would infect every cell of our bodies.
There's 3 safety tips for puppies out there. Don't talk to strangers. Don't eat gas station sushi.
I don't know about that one, mate. Because I know he's got a lot of satellites up there at the moment. Don't know if they use not red mercury, but mercury-based, you know.
And he was from didn't he come from Silicon Valley? Or because didn't he have something to do with PayPal? Wasn't he one of the partners of PayPal?
Not too sure.
I know his parents had money because they were opal miners. They had an opal mine. They weren't miners. They had an opal mine in South Africa, I believe.
So it's saying here, I'm cheating again using ChatGPT for this one. It says, no, SpaceX does not use Mercury as propellant for Starlink satellites. Instead, it uses the Hall effect ion thrust powered by solar panels. Okay, so the early Starlink satellites uses krypton. Is that right? The newer ones uses argon. Okay, so yeah, they didn't use that, but it mentions here in the 60s and 70s, including NASA's CERT 1 and CERT 2 missions, Mercury was used to consider. Yeah, okay, you can see it right there. Yeah, so that's the only ones that used it.
Viva la revolution!
Nice to see you, man. Welcome on in.
I like how he said.
So, no,
I like how he said, if you ever want anything approved, just go to the people to approve it and say, well, the Chinese is working on it.
yeah.
Stamp, approved. I wonder if that's what Abbey Loeb does.
Clown. Right, let's continue.
Don't touch a T-1000, or Rabbit Patrick. Yeah, somebody out there gets it.
In 2022, the UN closed that loophole and banned mercury as satellite fuel. But closing one loophole doesn't close the next. Ban something, and the money just goes looking for the exception, and it always finds one. And whether it's using illegal chemical weapons in Vietnam or illegal drone strikes on sovereign countries in 2026, nobody's better at war crimes, loopholes, than the USA.
Oh dear. Our American friends are not looking too good in this one.
Ancient kings and secret Nazi weapons. This is right up my alley. Love it. But is it true? Well, some of it is, but not all of it. The entire Die Glocke story traces back to one man. Igor Witkowski published claims in 2000. He got a tip from an intelligence contact he called...
So that's a guy that I showed you from the book, right?
Called Mr. X. Mr. X let Witkowski read transcripts of Spurenberg's interrogation. He could look and take notes, but he could not make copies. So it's been 25 years, and no one else has seen those documents. Spurenberg's actual interrogation transcripts are there. He was a field police commander tried for murdering civilians. There's no Bell mentioned in his file. But we don't have to listen to journalists, because why would you? We can listen to the Nazi scientists themselves, literally. At the end of the war, the British rounded up 10 of Germany's top nuclear physicists. They put them in a country house and bugged every room. For 6 months, scientists talked freely. They argued about why Germany's atomic program failed. They argued about quantum mechanics. They argued about women. The transcripts came out in 1992, hundreds of pages. There's no mention of a Bell, no Xerum 525, no Kronos, no Red Mercury, no flying machines. And these are the men who would know. These were the scientists linked to Die Glocke by Igor Witkowski. Those 11 concrete pillars in the forest, well, they make the story feel real because they're there, but it's just a base for an industrial water tower. There are structures like this all over Europe. The Die Glocke story really took off in 2001 when Nick Cook wrote about it in his book, The Hunt for Zero Point. Cook was a respected aerospace journalist. His book was about advanced propulsion. He was intrigued by the Die Glocke story, but he framed it as part of a pattern of rumors around Nazi wonder weapons. He never said it was true. In 2021, he said Die Glocke was probably part of Germany's nuclear program and probably designed for enriching uranium. But that's not the end of the story. Like all good urban legends, there's plenty of truth here. King Boja was real. He wrote hundreds of books about everything, including engineering. The Samarangara Sutradhara is real. It really does describe Mercury and fire lifting a craft into the sky, and he really refuses to finish the instructions. Vimanas were real. Sort of. They were flying chariots or flying palaces used by gods in Hindu literature. Now, were the ancient Indians describing UFOs? That's a different episode.
Yeah, you're Nazi.
That's the theory. NASA really didn't power satellites and spacecraft with mercury. They stopped in the 1970s because it was so toxic. That didn't stop a former Google exec from trying to get rich. Salvatore Pais is a real engineer. The patents for anti-gravity and visibility faster than light travel, all real. But Paes has no peer-reviewed evidence, and his descriptions are vague, and they mix proven science with speculation. He's been widely criticized by physicists and engineers for those claims. Forbes magazine said his technology is either an Einstein-level breakthrough or government-funded gaslighting. I think you know where I stand on that. What about the disappearance of Hans Kammler?
Yes, what
Well,
about
the
him?
story is dicey. There are documents putting Kammler in U.S. custody. He was even assigned an interrogator, but the U.S. has never released an official statement. FOIA requests about him are denied, or disappear, or are heavily redacted. American intelligence has plenty of records about Kammler, but most of them are still classified. Now, from my research, I'm pretty sure the Americans had him. Now, whether he died, was murdered, escaped, or given a deal, I don't know. The U.S. is still hiding a lot of information that's 80 years old. Red mercury, that's a myth. But there's a reason real mercury shows up in so many stories. It's fascinating. Mercury is the only metal that's liquid at room temperature. It's heady, it flows like water, it carries electricity, and when you charge it, it glows. It looks like magic. But it's dangerous magic. Boja said he left the instructions out for the sake of secrecy. For 1,000 years, people read that one way. He didn't want anyone to abuse the technology. But Boja wasn't protecting the machine from us. He was protecting us from the machine. And look at what happened every time someone actually built the Mercury engine. It worked. Engineers ran Mercury through power plants and it was more efficient than steam. NASA used it in satellites that ran forever. The machine was never the problem. The Mercury was. Every one of those projects died the same way, not from failure, from poison. This was the lesson King Boja tried to teach us 1,000 years ago. Just because you can build something doesn't mean you should. And as long as Mercury and greed exist at the same time, someone's always going to try to conquer Mercury, and a lot of people are going to get hurt. So, Mercury or greed, we have to get rid of one of those. But there's really only one we can control. Because Mercury, the magical metal that can destroy a civilization, it lasts forever. Thank you so much for hanging.
There we go. Thank you, Y-Files. See, at the end, he gives the sort of, I wouldn't say skeptic, but the more rational Occam's razor sort of approach to it. There's a lot of speculation about the Bell project. You know, the Red Mercury. What happened to the scientists? Well, the 60 scientists that were involved due to Jacob Sporenberg's testimony affidavit, which we have not seen. Those are the scientists involved. So I think near the end of the war, if we're going by that, the fact that they did create this device, they would have killed the scientists, get rid of him, and then bring that device either to America, some say Argentina. It's all to do with speculation, but it shows one thing hidden. Mercury is a very powerful element. They use it, but it's the toxicity.
That's right.
Through it. This is it. And it shows that there have been experiments to do with Mercury, whether or not it's for a propulsion system, but especially to keep something going for a long period of time, is definitely evidence for that. And this is why I wanted to, it's good that actually the Wi-Fi was brought up this video, because I've been holding off on this because it's such a big subject through the technology over the years, you know, where it's been implemented. But in terms of Red Mercury, I think it's just poppycock. I was just trying to think of the word then. Do you see what I mean? It's not real evidence for it, but regular Mercury for sure. But yeah, I find it fascinating. I really do. But it shows you how advanced the Germans were in 1940s, for Christ's sake, doing something like that. It's again speculation, and that's where the story really came from that, you know, affidavit. But again, it's just trying to back it up.
Because that Mr. X, oh, I've frozen. I have. There I am.
Yeah, there you are. You're back. You're back.
All right. That now, there's no like hard evidence of the Bell ever existing. There's not a paper trail.
Well, there is documentation to do with the experiments
Where's
Oh, do
that?
you know what? I should have brought it up. I should have really brought it up. Hold on. It's all in German. Hold on. Let's see if we can bring one up here. So basically, the document was suggesting that some type of device was actually giving off strong background radiation, almost like a super plasma, basically. Oh God, mate.
Okay, sorry about that, because I was looking at the Y-files and they said that there was only really one dude that knew anything about it, and he said he got it from a Mr. X.
Yeah,
He wasn't allowed to,
Dolokowski.
and he wasn't allowed
Yeah,
to take any pictures, anything. He just had to see it with his eyes and try and remember it with his mind. So it was kind
yeah,
of like to me, when I heard that, I thought this is the game that's being played with us now. A lot of trust me, bros. I've seen this,
exactly.
but it's gone into some sort of folklore. And also what I find fascinating, now I gotta go back, is that king, man. How the hell did he know that?
Going back 1,000 years ago. Yeah, yeah.
Got that listen, I don't know. I'm blown away by that in itself, because I like history.
Mm. Do you want to do an episode on it? The Armadas. Seems quite interesting.
I would like to.
Yeah.
Because
Well, there
I'm
are some
sorry.
there are some documents in here, but it's all in German, mate. So it's kind of hard to.
Is it just writing?
It's just writing, yeah, basically. But it does suggest some sort of device was tested, and it gave us a heavy background radiation, degradation of plants. It's in documentations, but it's just all to do with speculation, basically. So I should have really put this down.
Well,
to show you guys.
But judging, because there was a connection between the 1,000-year teachings and what they were doing, we do know that Hitler was heavy into the. Oh yeah, I said it. There it goes. Sorry. We do know that. I think it's safe to say it now, because even the Y-files man said Nazis, didn't he? So I think
you mentioned it. Yeah,
I think it's pretty safe to say it. And if he can do it and get away with it, one rule for one rule for the other, isn't it?
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I'm saying this right. If he found the tech out, I lost my train of thoughts, man.
You're stoked, mate, that's why.
No, I was going on about the artifacts, and he might have thought, you know what, this guy, he's talking about this red mercury. I don't know what the hell it is, but maybe he could be on about regular mercury, and gave it a wallop.
Yeah, yeah.
Because even when he showed you at the end of the video on the Y-files, when he showed you they were heating up the mercury, it was a bluish glow it was giving, wasn't it?
That's it, bluish glow, which was described as the satellite Moody and Hitler. Yeah.
Hitler. Nah, I think it's done.
John, have a little look at the satellite.
Yeah, it would actually. So that lies the problem now, because like I agree with AJ in that video. I know we're going off subject, so when he said that the money is gonna find a way of doing it, I agree with him. Maybe they might go and test it out on other planets. But why? But if it's that good and they've already tested it, why don't they take it for, like, send it as a deep space probe?
Yeah, into space, so it's so the toxicity is not hitting planet Earth, so to speak.
Yeah. But maybe isn't that a human trait then, just to pollute space?
Pollute everything, yeah.
Yeah. Here's the deepest part of the solar system, and we're gonna put mercury all over you. Sorry. Oh yeah. I need another joint. I got a little bit left here.
Yeah, bring this up, mate. Okay, here's a description from Space Rocket website. So here is the CERT 2. Doesn't really look like the bell, so to speak, but it was over 3.5 years to develop, period. From 1966 to 1970. So NASA Lewis Research Center undertook an effort to design, fabricate and qualify a new ion thruster system to support spacecraft components from the CERT 2, which is Space Electronic Rocket Test Mission. It was launched in 1970 on a... Going to bed. 1970 on a Agenda D rockets. I'm not reading anymore. That's it. That's
okay.
Vandenberg Air Force Base. Under management. We got it. Okay, no more reading.
Yeah, give it up, man. Give it up. No worries, man.
My missus was here. She was, you know.
Is there any how you can make the picture bigger on the? Will it let you if you click on it?
Hold on, I'll bring it up there. Let's bring this up. Okay, I'm gonna come out of that.
Would you say that solar panels on it as well? Where's everybody gone? Where have we gone? We're doing a James Franco. Peekaboo.
Bring this up. There it is. A very shoddy artist's impression of this rocket.
Yeah. Still looks cool.
Pretty cool though, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, this had Mercury in it.
So that seems to be
But you see what it would have done to the cosmonauts if they're inside it. Yeah, exactly, you know.
But didn't they say that the bell was also ceramic? They put ceramic inside it.
It was contained in a very heavy metal, and I can't remember what the metal was called. But when they tested it first, it was ceramic tiling. Basically, they tested it under, this is according to Igor Wachowski, they tested it underground first because it gave so much radiation. They actually, when they're doing these retests, they actually had to scrub down the tiling, and this is where some of the scientists died because of it. And then they tested outside in the place called the Henge, basically, which is, they say, is a water tower.
So what do you think?
I'm not, mate, I have been battling with this for many years of me researching into German technology, because I've always put, you know, Haunebu, Vril, Foo Fighters and Die Glocke as advanced German technology. And obviously they're very separate, but we are still dealing with German technology here. I think they more or less created something like this because there's some sort of very small amount of paper trail to back this up. Haunebu, not so much. But as this can be back engineered, because I've been looking into Joseph P. Farrell's books and his presentations on it, you can actually back engineer this through science. And that's where the Bell project has a bit more credibility. Not for time travel, just for a new type of propulsion system, like a new energy, exotic energy system.
Even this one that we're looking at right now, because back in the 70s, that's 60s, 70s, that's pretty exotic.
Yeah,
and if they and if the Germans were messing around with Mercury then, which I'm kind of, after watching that presentation and listening to what you have said, I'm leaning towards that they were messing around with Mercury.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's just my personal opinion. Red mercury, not so much, but I think the ordinary mercury we're dealing with. Maybe mistranslation, I don't know, but this is what
Yeah,
the
maybe.
law surrounding. This is the law surrounding the henge.
There was also something else I wanted to say. And my train of thought is awful today, guys. I'm really sorry.
Oh, bless you, Hidden. It's all that weed, mate.
It's old age, man.
I-
I'm telling you,
I was like-
honestly, I have something to say, and
Yeah.
it's my time to say it, and I forgot what I gotta say.
I had that when I was smoking weed, and when I stopped, that went away. Gonna be honest with you.
I'll believe you, man. I'll believe you. But
Oh, bless you, Hidden.
it does. I get what you're saying, that because you can look at, say, this satellite. I think there's credence here. I think there's good credence.
See what I mean? There's something behind it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I honestly think about the belt, and I like it. That's why I had to include in the title a war myth.
War myth. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of hype, so things that people say ain't necessarily true. I'm sure you find that out when you see people talking about it, and you're like, hey, I don't know this.
Yeah. I remember Ollie was talking about, did you know it was a time machine? I'm like, where did you get this information from? And he'd be like, the internet. I'm like, exactly. You need to go back. Like for me, when I do my German flying saucer research, I go back to the original source. You have to go back to where does the story come from, and anything after that that's perpetuated on the internet, it's a load of nonsense. It's not a time travel device. It was just a device that they tested. That's what it was. It didn't, like what the History Channel was saying, it was darting up and round and flying around in the sky. It's like, no, it didn't. It just literally levitated and went back down. If you just read through, the original book. Okay.
Yeah. See,
So,
I had the History Channel mentality. But
God bless the History Channel.
yeah, hey, one, they won't. No, I'm not being mean, but you know why.
Oh yeah, I know.
The truth don't sell. It's the old Chopper. Uncle Chopper said it, didn't he? Never let the truth get in the way of a good yarn.
Very true, Hidden. You and your quotations.
It's just Uncle Chopper, man. But I gotta say, I am one of those from the History Channel, because I think before I said this thing was flying around and shit, and I remember you looking at me. But as the more, like, I did a little research into this as well.
Yeah,
that's why I put that guy, that him. I can't say his name on the thumbnail, because I knew he was key to this as well.
Oh, Hans Kammler.
Yeah.
This is
and
it.
And it's just kind of strange that, yes, the Americans did have him. If we go by AJ as well, and what he's shown that he's found, the Americans did have him. And it's just funny that they've got this propulsion system from the 60s.
And they used it. They actually used it. And then it was like, oh, it's giving off a lot of toxic radiation here. But sounds familiar.
It works, but it works.
It worked. It works. This is it. See what I mean? This is why there's some sort of paper trail, and obviously what happened decades after the legend of Die Glocke is immensely fascinating. So you could say, yes, they more or less developed something like this sort of device. Yeah.
Well, do you find now, this is something, because I haven't heavily researched this, but do you find that with heavy research you sent so many different rabbit holes?
Yes. Yes, for sure. Yeah. I obviously I don't shy away from internet research, but it's specific authors I deal with. Okay, an interview with Igor Bukowski, an interview with Joseph P. Farrell. They're more or less on the same page. Now, if I went to a Facebook page and someone was talking about Die Glocke, it would be something completely different. Mixed truths, but a load of nonsense. It was brought by the reptilians, and then the aliens get brought into it. It's like, whoa, no, 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 stop this nonsense. It's spreading misinformation again.
They
Spinning the good yarn, as one would
that's
say.
a
This is
that's
it.
a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one, isn't it? I just thought about it. They
What's that?
recovered. If you could make up a story, they recovered a crashed UFO, and the
Yeah,
Die
yeah.
Glocke was born from secret UFO tech. Has that
Oh,
been done yet?
oh yes, it's been done.
Um,
It is all over the place. I tell you what, just for shits and giggles, I won't go on a Facebook page just to try and find one. But this is the problem now with people just gaining clicks, likes, and views. They'll just do anything to you. You got to sell it, don't you? Really, but people are not really going back to uh, proper research. So look, so enough.
Because when I was, but I didn't know about those German scientists where they had them in the room and they, sorry mate, Slimian, how you doing as well?
Hey, Slimian, how's it going?
How you doing,
How's it
man?
going, man? Nice to see
Slimian,
you.
is there anybody else I missed? And oh, I got you, brother. I got you. Six. Yeah. How you doing, brother? You know who you are. Thanks for coming. I'm sorry, man. I can't see too good. The light's too bright. I'm gonna roll one up though. Should I? Or shan't I? I think
I'm
I
just
shall.
trying
One
to
shall.
find a.
It's Friday and you ain't got shit to do. You ever seen that movie, Nick? You must
What's
have,
that?
innit? Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
Here, I gotta bring this up. This is hilarious. No, what movie is that?
It's called Friday.
Oh, it's called Friday, is it?
Just call
Not.
me. Oh, is that the Wow Sing? Oh, sorry. See, that's how his name is the Wow. Is it the Wow Signal?
Oh, the Wow Signal. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Yeah, it is the Wow Signal.
Yeah, you should watch
Oh
Friday.
God.
That's a classic line from Friday. You want to get high? It's
Oh
Friday.
my.
Hey, you ain't got shit to do.
Bring this up. This is this is a prime example where you should not trust like Facebook pages. This is brilliant. Okay, so check this out. So right here, hidden. So
That looks
right,
real.
and it looks real. So alleged 1940s Die Glocke test footage. The extraterrestrials made contact with the Nazi Germany and made and had permission to test their advanced technology. Birth right off the bat, total nonsense. The were forbidden to use the alter their timeline of war. So instead, the Germans fled to Antarctica, blah, 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 blah. So once again, we're talking about total nonsense right there. Check this
Ah, looks real to me.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. It's like I'm losing brain cells.
In
So
fact,
this, ladies and gentlemen, is basically the the Howlaboo.
that's going to be my next video, that one.
Oh God, it's got the Z word on there.
1944.
Whoa,
Deep in a
whoa. But yeah, this is real footage hidden right there. See that?
No AI. See, that you see, that makes James Franco's footage look real.
Oh. Oh my God, these people are hilarious. Oh dear. But anyway, there we go. That's just goes to show people on Facebook don't do any research whatsoever. It's
Well,
whatever
why I asked
whatever
this
sells.
question, why I asked you that question, wasn't
Yeah.
to do. Thanks for being here. It was more to. I remember when I used to do a lot of research. I mean, heavy into the research into certain things, and
Yeah.
the ones that I always find myself that it would try and take me down a different path, a rabbit hole that led nowhere, was the
Yeah.
ones that tended to be pretty true. There's always kind of like this safety net. Like some people they give up and they give up. Do you get what I mean?
I understand. Yeah.
And so this safety net works. Like I looked this far and there was nothing there, or I went there, man, and it was just a minefield. So I just wonder if it's like that, because all I can say is with that NASA satellite, that's had some credence to the story. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, talking about these endless rabbit holes, they called Haunebu Die Glocke two separate things. Science evidence fringe. The two Haunebu is tachyon drive. It's a we talked about the Haunebu flying discs, and Die Glocke are two separate things. This is it, but they're blending things together. And
why
because
wasn't it around the same time then?
no, so the Die Glocke was in the 1940s, but the Haunebu flying saucers, the anti-gravity flying saucers, which actually people actually flew inside, was to do with Hans Kammler's tachometer, which was used in electronic plates to power this flying saucers. Which,
And when was that?
again, that's 1938, allegedly, according to the documents.
So that was
From
before the
1938.
bell.
That was before the bell. Yeah, this is before World War II. They had this technology, to a T. So it makes you think, why didn't they use it during the war? This is it.
Yeah, indeed.
So,
or gas the flyers with mercury.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Makes sense, doesn't it? But
That's
then
right.
but the thing
But
is like
if
mercury.
it would be scorched earth, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if that leaks out everywhere, it's like
What's the point of
Chernobyl
winning?
times 1,000. You know what I mean?
It would be the scorched earth.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
like I said, I like history, and in olden days, sometimes when like the bad guys would want to come and take over a kingdom, because have you been to Ireland? Have you ever been to Ireland?
No, I've never been. Beautiful place.
Oh yeah, if you ever get to go to the countryside, and there are lots of relics of castles, and some of them are quite good that you can go up on. And what I was told, because I saw these and I thought these were all lookouts, because I thought, because the English were over there, they were all lookouts. And like the person that I was with was like, no, what happened is they would build the towers first, then the English would stand on top of the tower and they would look, and for whatever they could see, they claimed as theirs. And then the next tower would be built, and the next Englishman would do that. So they got loads of. Honestly, they got loads of castles scattered around Ireland, man.
Interesting.
What was my point? What was my point on that?
See, it's the wind,
Oh,
mate.
my point was, what would happen is, I just wanted to tell you, when somebody would come for a kingdom, it wasn't necessarily sometimes that big, but sometimes when they would lay siege and the people inside the kingdom knew that they were defeated, they would give them scorched earth. They would just burn the whole place down. So, well, you can have it, but you're gonna have nothing. So that's what I mean by scorched earth. If the Germans was to use a bomb that was made out of that mercury fuel, what would come to Earth? What's the point of winning? Because you're gonna win. You couldn't even go there.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like Chernobyl times 1,000, so to speak.
Yeah.
You just contaminated the whole place. It really makes no sense.
So it doesn't make no sense. So I get why they wouldn't use it as a weapon.
And that's why that old scholar from back in the day, that old Indian scholar, said, just because you can build it doesn't mean that you should. Interesting quote, isn't it, Midden? 1,000 years ago, man smart enough to go, do you know what? Probably should stay away from this stuff. Incredible.
But he knew how dangerous it was because it seemed like he was doing it.
Yeah, 1,000 years ago. Yeah, very, very interesting. Yeah, I'd like to do. We should do a new video on the Bombarda and the history behind that. I don't think I've got anything in my books there. Talks about that. Probably.
Yeah, because I know a little bit. Well, I just heard. I don't know nothing really, to be honest. I know nothing. I just heard about the battles in the sky where they talk about some would shoot red beams and others would shoot blue beams, if I'm right.
Yeah.
You know anything about it?
I've heard rumors of it. I haven't really seen any footage of it, so to speak.
So yeah, I'm thinking.
So what's your thoughts on Die Glocke now you've sort of got the basis and background of it? What do you reckon? Think it's a real device? 50-50?
I don't see. This is the thing. I don't know. I want to be 50-50, and that's a bit of a cop out. Because I think the technology was there. That's what I wanted to say when I said I lost my train of thought. It was the scientists in the mansion that they bugged but let them talk freely.
Yeah.
Now, if we can believe what AJ says, yeah, because apparently there's a book out, so we'd have to look at the book to see what was being said in there. But one thing he did say that they were discussing was quantum physics.
Yes.
In the 1940s.
Yeah. That's interesting, isn't it?
Very interesting. Very interesting. So these guys were intelligent enough. And what if the bell, we want it to be a physical thing, but what if it isn't? What if it's an idea? Do you get me?
Possibility. Yeah, I understand that. But I think what AG failed to bring up, that the fact that why Jacob Spoenberg was actually jailed in the first place was to do with the death of 60 scientists. Like they were trying to hide the people who were involved in making this. And this is why that prisoner of war, Jacob Spoenberg, was saying nothing first of all. Like he was really quiet until he made the affidavit. It'd be good to see the affidavit, really, But it's again, is a tricky one. We just have to go by what Igor Wachowski says, because that's primarily where the story came from him. What we know.
Sorry.
No. So there are interviews with Igor Wachowski, but I think it's one of them is from Project Camelot, and it's not a great interview. He's not very good speaking English, so to speak.
We know about Project Camelot.
Yeah, this is that's why I did pull up as a video.
But
we can always
isn't this guy Igor now? Isn't he the guy that was brought, and he was the only guy that's ever seen anything?
The affidavit, yeah. The transcript.
So he's bit of David Gross, so to say now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Only that he's just saying one thing. That's where lies my problem.
And Mr. X involved as well. How many times have you heard about Mr. X?
But I'm not. Yeah, even Homer Simpson was Mr. X once. So you do remember that episode?
Remind me.
When he was on the internet and he was just basically chatting everybody's business, but he was Mr. X.
Rex.
And he just had he had a bin, what do you call it? A paper bag. He had a paper bag over his head with a question mark, Mr. X.
Oh, I remember, yeah. Same with golf reciting as well. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see that I don't, the technology to me, what I'm going to say, I feel more so now that the technology was real. The timeline,
I would say.
timeline kinds of fit in that, trying to understand the technology and then putting it out in practice with the satellites. So, and I believe 100% that they got it from that dude, that Hams dude,
Hans Kammler. Yeah, Hans Kammler.
because he did what many people of faith and religion do. They remember something good.
It was a very smart guy, very clever guy. That's why he was in charge of all top secret programs. He's the one that actually developed the underground bases. And they were massive complexes, huge. So he wasn't, a stupid guy. I mean, the Germans weren't really. They were very, very advanced, very ahead of their time. But Hans Kammler was like very bright, knew what he was doing. That's why he was in charge. And it would make sense that the Americans would have got him because they would have snagged these people up,
And well, AJ showed some sort of evidence, but even just that satellite itself to me screams.
Yeah, because you think 60s and 70s, the NASA went to the moon, allegedly. That's that word again. In the 1960s. So yeah, it would make sense. These German scientists were working for these programs at that time period.
Indeed.
In correlation of NASA and what was involved in there. So yeah,
and they kept that man well hidden.
Very well hidden. Well, you would make sense, innit? I mean, why would you tell the world you got the most top guy of the SS, head of these programs? I mean, Operation Paperclip it was talked about in various newspapers, but it was still very. It's almost like after 9/11, the Americans employing Al Qaeda to work for their projects. It's just like, do you know what I mean? It's like it's that sort of scenario. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Do you know what I mean? It's yeah. I know two separate entities here, but you see the concept of what I'm putting across here. But yeah, this is why I've always said I don't believe in having a boom real flying saucers, because they would have used it. They would have used it during the war when they perfected it before the Second World War. But as we've got a paper trail and backtrack record of Die Glocke and the technology happening after that and being reverse engineered, so to speak, it seems more reliable that yes, they did create something like this. Do you see what I mean, Hidden? And you sort of agreeing with me on that one. Yeah. Immensely fascinating. That's why I've always had Die Glocke as a pinpoint of advanced German technology. Yeah, for sure.
It is interesting.
I mean, they were ahead of their time, man. I mean, I'm not trying to glorify the Germans here, but what they managed to achieve was quite something. I mean, they're like flipping like 50 years ahead of their time. And that is why Operation Paperclip was important for the Americans, because they wanted these people. Like, oh, let's get these people on our side, and try, because the Cold War was building up, some sort of another war was building up. So
wasn't there a plane that landed in Scotland as well at some was it some prince or something like that? Aristocrat.
So there was a peace treaty from. Guys, help me out here. The guy that flew to Scotland bailed out a plane because he had a peace treaty to hand over to Winston Churchill. Oh God, Rudolf Hess. So Rudolf Hess was head of the. He was like the second man. That's it. Yeah, thank you, John. Yeah, Rudolf Hess. He was the man. He was the second person in command, down from Mustachio Man. And he flew to Scotland to have a peace treaty to literally stop the war between England and Germany. He jumped out of a plane in Scotland. I think he was off coordinates. And Winston Churchill was like, no, he wanted to see the king. And then he ended up banging him up in jail and said he was deranged and crazy. And then they sent him back to Germany, if I remember rightly.
What, not knowing who he was? They didn't they
Yeah,
realize that was Hess, or they didn't know who it was?
they knew who he was, but he said he was crazy.
Oh,
And
he
but
was
when he
he was
had a
it's
peace
that
treaty
crazy.
to say that, yeah, so let's stop the war between England and Germany. Um,
But he was that insane. They said, you know what, man, you have him back. We don't want him
yeah,
here.
exactly. I was going to show you something on this book right here that has Rudolf Hess at the back, but this is a very controversial book, and I don't want to get this channel shadow banned, so to speak. But no, that is the story behind that, because Joseph P. Farrell does talk about it in his book. It's called Joseph P. Farrell's got a book called The Rudolf Hess Mess or something like that, if I remember rightly. That's why he phrases it, where he
Didn't
talks
he
about
hang?
it.
Didn't he hang himself?
No, he died of old age, I
Okay.
believe.
All right. Yeah, I
How
think you're right. I think you're right, man.
did Rudolf? Let's have a little look.
He suicided, but very old. I don't know, man.
So Hess was found dead in the 17th of August 1987, aged 93, in a summer house where he's been set in prison. Oh, he hanged himself using an extension cord strung over a window latch. So yes, correction, he did S himself. There we go.
He assessed
At,
himself.
yes, I'm gonna say that at 93 years old. So there we go.
Yeah, he had some good innings. He just thought, you know
Yeah.
what, I can't take it no more. Because weren't he locked up by himself? I'm sure they allowed him some company, because I'm sure he was talking some things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't keep you
So
alive
say,
for no reason.
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
It's saying
wouldn't he have been caught up with the war criminal shit stuff?
probably, yeah,
So,
with Hermann Goering and all that, all them lot and all that. So it says here, shortly before midnight on the 10th of May 1941, Hess landed at Floor's farm in Waterford, South Glasgow, where he was discovered still struggling with his parachute by local uh, ploughman David McLean, and he identified himself. Hess said that he had an important message for the Duke of Hamilton. Hess was next taken to the police station after midnight. He has searched for his possessions. Hess repeatedly requested to meet the Duke of Hamilton during questioning undertaken with an aid of a interpreter by Major Graham Donald. But yeah, there we go. So yeah. But they said he was like stark mad, crazy person.
he probably had enough of it.
Yeah.
But my point is, why let him? I don't know. He was getting some secrets. I don't know
Most
what
probably,
secrets
mate.
he would have had.
Mm.
Maybe a good yawn.
Well, he was the second of command. He was Mustachio Man's, right hand man. So he
Right.
knew the secrets. So yeah, should we move on from Die Glocke? I hope you found that quite interesting. Should we move on to
I
something
did
that is more
actually.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a good one. Thanks to
I
AJ for the video. That was good.
well, could I play some funny shit as well?
Yeah, do you want to play? Well, I'll leave it with you, and then I got that video that I showed you.
Yeah, yeah.
But should
We're gonna end it on the latest James Franco release. It's not really a release. What do you? Never mind. The latest in the James Franco saga.
So I was I was going to talk about my live streams. And I haven't been doing any live streams recently, but I knew he was faking it. It was quite obvious. He was putting on the act, and it was just the outcome what was going to happen. And when he showed the alien on the laptop, I thought, oh God, here we go. But I still had a little bit of a chuckle, but I was not surprised. But then he uploaded another video that made me laugh. Well, what do you want to do, Hidden? Do you want to show your video, or do you want to show my one?
Yeah, because I would like to end it with your one.
Okay. Do you want to show my one now? Yeah.
No, because I want to show something. That's why I like to end the show with your one.
No problem. No
Because then we can go out with a bang. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm nearly there. I think I've gone too far. What I wanted to show you is this have you guys sorry. Someone messing about here. All right, let me get it up. Have you been on my X?
I've seen recently you uploaded an object in Antarctica.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the last one I've seen, right?
Okay, that's cool. Because then you haven't seen this one then. And I think it's one of those videos, man. It's this train. It's in Canada, and it's caught in the middle of a wildfire.
Oh, it's like hell on earth, isn't it? It's crazy.
Have you seen the video?
I've seen I just briefly, not like a full blown up version of it. It looked like hell on earth, mate.
All right. I was lucky enough to stumble across the full video. And I'll put it up, man.
Hello, Jody, can you hear us?
First of all, I'm gonna say though, man, there's some choice language in it. But I'm telling you, if you were in this situation, man,
Yes.
there's gonna be, but this looks like hell on earth.
This could potentially overtake us here. This is getting a little scary.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay. Yeah, this is.
Okay, y'all need to hurry up here. Like, seriously, we're encased in flames now.
You guys gotta go backwards.
You can hear the roar of the fire, man.
Hello, Jody, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you there. If not, you were notching up.
Yeah, this has got to move fucking quick here.
No, it's a train. It's a train, mate.
Oh, that's all right. This kind of burnt off, so we'll be okay now.
Yeah, it went across. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Oh, yeah, look over there.
Whoa.
We are
You guys got a light now or what? Did you guys get that light? Oh, yeah, they're clipping. Whew! That's a meat and a half, eh?
Whoa. Looks like hell. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty intense. Okay, let me. I should have started off and let you know where it was. So this is a freight train in Canada, and it's just basically what you see is what they get.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
There was something I wanted to show you guys. I can't remember what it was. Oh, there it is. Have you seen this one? Now you know Andrew Tate. I ain't asking any views, any opinions. I'm just saying. So Andrew Tate's at this poker game, yeah, right? But pay attention to the guy in the back. Have you seen this video yet?
No, I haven't, mate.
Pay attention to the guy in the back. Hold on. There's a guy over here, yeah? And I shit you not, Nick, he has no head. Check this out, man. Have I got the sound down because I think that's about good now.
Advantage that the house has is they go second. You go first, which means that
See him?
a lot of people go
He's
over.
no
you
head,
bust.
yeah.
21 before
He's
they
got no
have to
head,
pull out
man.
cards. But there is a strategy to blackjack. There is perfect mathematics. Which is
He's standing there, and you know what I don't get? Look at his hands. He's got a phone. Why the hell do you need a phone if you ain't got no head?
Unless you're gonna have to It's gambling knowledge. I'm telling you, that's how it works. So you gotta look at the card they have showing. You gotta look at your card. And you have to decide if you hit the stick, depending on the probability that they bust. Unless you're Chinese.
Just keep looking behind them two guys. He's there. You'll see more of him.
If you can. If you land like bang on 22, you win.
When's the last time you ate rice?
See, the guy with no head's holding a phone.
Advantage that the house has is
Look,
they
look,
go
see?
second.
He's got no
You go
head.
first, which means that a lot of people go over. You bust. You go over.
What the hell's going on?
They have to pull out cards. But there is a strategy to blackjack.
Nick, has he got a head?
He's got no head, mate. He's like the Invisible Man.
How?
In the house, besides baccarat. Baccarat's onto the Chinese.
But he's holding a phone.
This is gambling knowledge.
It makes no sense.
So you gotta look at the
But
card
it makes
they
no
have
sense,
showing, you gotta
mate.
look at your card, and you have to decide if you hit the stick.
how is that possible?
That they bust. Unless
What kind of black magic is that, man? But what I don't get is if you're going into a place and you've got no head, why the hell you need a phone? You can't hear it. You can't see it.
Did anyone not notice that? Is that what the video was called?
What? I noticed it. That's he's got no head.
Oh dear.
Well, that's me done. I think that's it. Oh, hold on. I did want to give you guys a follow up as well. I forgot. I keep on forgetting. There is a follow up. You remember the show we did on the Knowles family?
Oh, the Knoll family. Yeah, yeah.
All right, let me remove that.
Oh, you won't believe this, right? You know, I said, what if I got a magazine talking about the Knoll family?
You found one.
It was literally the top of my pile. UFO terror. This is from 1988, and it talks about the Knoll family. I couldn't believe it, mate. There's an actual article in here. It says here, the highway chase terror as the aliens pursuit, and there is the car being engulfed in the light. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god, it was literally right there. Very rare publication, English publication right here from 1988, Quest magazine. Beautiful. But yeah, I did have it.
Well,
but yeah, what you saying, mate? What you saying about the Knoll family?
I got in touch with Grant.
Okay.
Grant Levac. And
yeah.
he kindly said that he knows about as much as we do about that case. Basically through watching documentaries and the interviews. But he said that he knows a guy who was the lead investigator on this. So he's given me his email address.
Cool.
And he's also Grant's such a cool guy. Much love to you, brother. He even said, use my name.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, great. That'd be fantastic. Yeah.
But one thing Grant did say to me, I'm sure he said this, I have to relook it, but it did stick in my mind, so I reckon he did.
Okay.
Is there's going to be a new documentary coming out about the Knowles family. I think it's coming out this year. I'm sure Grant said that to me.
What did you say it was from what, Netflix?
I don't know. He just said I just saw him saying a new documentary.
Gotta find it here.
So give me time, people. Don't give me time, but in all good time, I'm going to email him within the next couple of days, and I'm going to see if he ever asked, because I figure if this is the lead investigator, one of the things you're going to do is be asking for the freedom of information, because this is more to do with the tuna fishermen.
Okay. Oh, right. Brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, that'd be good, mate.
So we'll find out if we can get, if there has ever been a Freedom of Information Act asked for the the fisherman's witness account that they gave to the Western Australian police. Right. And if he hasn't asked for that yet, I'm going to ask him if he wouldn't mind asking for it. Because that to me is a big part of the case. And if he could, I already think I'm 50-50 with them, because like I said, it's the tire that put me off. But what I found interesting though now is they didn't know about the tuna fishermen, and they said in their testimony that this thing screwed with their voice. And that's the thing the tuna people said. In fact, they said it silenced them.
Interesting. We'll see. We'll see. So how you get on with try and get the lead investigator on there, because any more witnesses coming forward, well, I don't know if they're still coming forward, but get some clarity onto this case, because I'm very 50-50. You know how I was, we did a live stream on it. I was like, something doesn't feel quite right.
No, I'm with you. Yeah. But it's the fisherman's testimony. I want to see I want to find out, because maybe he went down that route. Maybe he investigated it. You know what I mean? But he's the lead investigator on this case.
Yeah.
So again, much love to Grant Levac for that move.
Sweet. Yeah, that'd be good, man. Let us know. Let the people know. That'd be awesome.
Of course I will. Of course, Mr. Nick. Well, you think I'm going to talk to him? He's going to give me the information. I'm going to say, you know what? The best thing I can do with this is don't tell a soul.
Yeah. So it was a stupid thing I should say. Sorry, but I tell you what, just for end the show here.
It's probably the way I am. It's probably the way I am. I will just do that though. Got stoned and forgot about it.
Oh, we're done. Here, bring this last James.
You got to big it up. You got to big it up though, man. This is Comedy Central.
This is a funny one. I did find this funny. And like I was saying to Hidden, I was astonished how many people didn't see the sarcastic side. They took it so seriously. I believe you, Franco. I'm with you. I'm just like, really? But check this video out. This one was funny.
I think all I got out of Franco was maybe one bad comment, and it had to do with me showing AI stuff. And, and I just thought it's just silly because it was a bit of a joke. It was all tongue in cheek. It made us on a live show. You guys that were there, it made us all laugh. I mean, I'm still laughing about it, man. It's still funny. It's still so. You know what? I mean it wholeheartedly, James Franco. Thank you, because this is what we needed. We needed this, man.
Did we though? Really?
We needed a laugh. We needed a giggle.
Yeah, I guess so.
And he gave us that. We needed it. Come on.
I think everyone's taking it too seriously.
The files. Yeah. It's silly. It's silly. I mean, Franco's a stoner, man. Stoner's gonna do what a stoner's gonna do. And if you took it too seriously, that's your fault for not knowing what a stoner's gonna do.
Exactly. Yeah.
I found
That's
it
very true.
hilarious, man. But it's not you and I, because we both on the same page that this was funny. I just think it came at good timing, because, like, you know, I'm gonna be straight. What batch are we at now? Is it the 4th one that they just released?
The pointless and utter total regurgitated nothing burger 4th batch. Yes. I hadn't, mate. I hadn't even done a video. I uploaded the video footage, but honestly, I read through the files and I thought it's just not me worth going through it, because it's just.
When I knew when I knew the nail was in the coffin was last week, because I you know, obviously I'm back at work now. My editing suite, it's there now. We got it working. So I'm back. So I was back last week, and in one of the forums I like to visit, somebody put up a basically trying to start a trend, I guess you would say, a thread. That's it. And what he said is, it's funny how nobody seems to give an interest in the latest files. And I thought, you know what? You're actually quite right. Because I've been searching, and it's only like certain channels,
News Nation, etc.
I'm not even just News Nations. There's just, you know, and some of them are mostly AI as well, but they're just doing it. But the ones that they're not doing it. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Not even. I don't even think Third Phase touched it.
No.
And they're straight up playing AI.
Yeah. Do you know what, mate? Before the UFO files was released, I was on. Well, I put a comment on this YouTube channel. I know this guy. His name's Ben, the JR Porter, and I'm just going to read the quote. So this was a month before the first batch of UFO files were released. Okay, this is when it all before it even started. Listen to what I actually said here. I said a vast majority of people need to lower their expectation of what actually is going to be revealed in these documents. I'm pretty sure some will be heavily redacted, and it was. So this another continuing. What are people in the UFO community? What are people in the UFO community really expecting to come out of this? It will be probably stories we've already heard 1,000 times, similar to the UFO files released in the UK. Does that count as disclosure? It seems like many are expecting revelations of crash retrievals, definitive proof that extraterrestrials exist. But what kind of evidence is realistically going to be presented, and not just hearsay? It's like I said that because he was going, oh no, we're definitely gonna get the truth, and all these representatives, all these people, these social media people says, no, we're definitely gonna get the truth. Nonsense, absolute nonsense. And I says, I'm not saying this will be a complete nothing burger, but it's clearly too much hype being built up around it. Why all of a sudden do we think that the US government is going to tell us the truth? This is it, you know. It's and I says, once again, expectations don't match reality. 2026 will not be the year of disclosure, in my opinion. I was bang on right. Before the first batch of files, a month before it was released, I put that comment in that guy's. He said disclosure 2026. It's like, oh, something bigger is going to happen. We're going to get the files. He was getting so hyped up, and I put that comment, and I was bang on right.
It's not the files
100% right. Because this disclosure is controlled. The people behind this disclosure, like Christopher Mellon, and anybody who's been doing any research on Christopher Mellon, it's a controlled disclosure. It's not a slow drip. It's the disclosure that they want, and it's not the one that we're expecting to get. And I think people are really starting to clue in now that the fact that we are not going to get the truth. The fourth time a charm. They said, oh, the first batch, don't worry, the next batch will be better. They're just getting the crappy stuff out for us.
You're not going to get the truth from your government. That's
exactly
what it is. That's all it is. You will get the truth, just ain't from your government.
Yeah,
that's why I said from the get-go, do you really need your government to tell you this shit's real?
We already know it's real.
I don't know, man. It's not the right files. They ain't releasing the files we want. It ain't the right
Exactly.
files. Release the right
It's clear.
files.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop giving
It's
stop giving us sports and wars. We want the files.
yeah. Is the same with all these
not gonna do it,
UFO
though.
is like all these UFO influencers coming forward regurgitating information that we've already heard before, like Dr. Phil.
Well,
Like,
oh,
why
oh,
is Dr.
that's
Phil?
bad.
Oh my God! I am everyone, all these social media influencers on X, Twitter. Oh my God, Dr. Phil talking about
See,
it. Oh my God,
see,
it's like he's
see,
just regurgitated information
I'm-
we've already heard.
I'm
Get a
in a
life.
different. See, I'm in a different playpen. I'm in a different playpen. Where you're playing that, man. See, that's why I get it now. I don't go to them places to begin with, but the places I'm in, they're calling it a psyop. They're saying he's getting paid to push this agenda now.
Yeah.
And they're also kind of saying it's funny how Neil deGrasse Tyson and his stance on UFOs has changed as well.
Yeah, of course you would. See you later, Black Dot. Have a good night, mate. Thanks for popping in.
Oh, good night, man. Good night, brother.
Yeah. I find it just it's tiring now. It's become boring.
I think it's obvious. I think it's obvious. But I think we as people find our own community. Like where I look for stuff, I see I kind of do agree with certain things. I mean, I don't understand why Dr. Phil now is being embraced. I suppose he has an audience, and I suppose the crap that he's saying it's being embraced. But still, I can't be mad because, you know, there's going to be people that are going to listen to him and probably tomorrow night go outside with a camera. So
Yeah, but
who knows? Who knows? If
But
he
what-
inspires people to look up, then fair enough.
oh my God, these people, they need to understand the information that is coming forward from Dr. Phil, Leo Elizondo. It's been going on for decades. It's
Why, what's-
nothing new.
So what's
Do your
Dr. Phil?
homework.
Do you know what Dr. Phil's grift is?
I don't know what his motive is, but what he's been saying is nothing new, hidden.
That's what.
nothing new.
Mate, I don't even know what he's saying. See, this is how my brain works. I see that it's a game. So rather than go down that game, I'd rather not play. Do you get what I mean? I got other things to do.
It's like Leo Elizondo talking about buildings on the moon as a monolith. It's like, yeah, that's been going on for decades, mate. And people are like,
Yeah, I
breaking
saw that.
news. It's like, it's not breaking news. Do research. Know your history. It is so annoying. These influencers just want traction. They want their likes. They want to be relevant. But it's just like,
So do I.
get a life. No offense,
I
hidden.
want
No
my-
offense.
I want my attractions, man. I want my attractions. I'm not putting out a video for it not to do any good. So y'all watch my James Franco video because it's not doing good. No, I'm playing. I'm
Yeah,
playing.
even like Nathan from is saying the same thing. You know, if look at the books behind me, guys. I've got books, magazines,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Look.
saying. That's-
1950s
that's-
magazines on UFOs,
That's why I'm not even.
1960s, 70s. Know your history. Same information. Did you know orbs are real and orbs are new? No. There's. I'll tell you what. It's. Tell you what.
Well, while you're looking for that, that's why I just walk on by. You know, you see the story, that song comes into your head. Walk on by.
Look at this. Flying Saucer review from January of 1971. What do you see there? A ball of light.
I see lens
Okay,
flare.
so all this
I see a drawing.
four orbs nonsense. Know your
Leave him
history.
alone. Leave him alone. Leave him. What has he done to you, man? He's got a girlfriend now. Leave him alone.
Really? Imaginary one.
Yeah, didn't you see his video? I was watching one of his videos and he was like, I got a girlfriend now, yay.
Yeah, good luck finding the clip.
Come on.
No. I have no respect for him because he's pushed himself onto
Be careful now.
something
Be
that's
careful.
fake again.
Be careful.
I know.
Be careful. Be careful.
I know because he
I
gets
gotta
triggered
reel
like
you
I
back.
do.
I gotta reel you back. I gotta reel you back, man. Gotta reel you back. You can take this
Don't
whole
mention him.
channel. You can take this whole channel for that.
I've spoken to him a couple of times on Alien Addict, so I'm a nobody compared to him anyway. But anyway, James Franco.
Nobody's
video.
a nobody. Nobody's a nobody, man. He's
All
just got
nobodies in this field.
he's just got a grift going down, man.
Mm,
And I can say that with safety and honesty because he got called out on his free energy device. Did you see that?
amongst other things. I did see it, yeah. I've been
There you
reading,
go.
yeah.
There you go, man. So, certain things you can say because it's proven. He can argue whether it's proven or not, but the evidence is there.
Yeah.
And what does a court of law rely on? Evidence. So, sorry,
Yes.
Mike. Sorry, I'm not being funny. I like you.
No comment. Bring up this video. Bring up the video. Let's have a laugh. Let's finish off today. So
It's our main man.
So James Franco once again
Don't he look like he's
serious.
Don't he look like he's been hitting that Pineapple Express?
He does definitely, mate. It looks like he's hitting the bong. But the thing is, you want to look at the window because you want disclosure.
Before you play it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know the last video that he showed?
The one with the laptop.
Yeah. He was wearing that same T-shirt, man. So I wonder if he made a series of films.
Possibility. Oh, my cat's been gay. What are you doing? Okay, let's do this. Right. Just look at the window because you want disclosure. Here it
In
is.
the comments, and I see that everyone thinks, I'm still crazy, and it's a joke, and whatever, that I'm making it up, or that's me, and people are saying that's me in a costume, my brother, or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe this is a big flop. I was just trying to get the information out, and I don't know.
Peekaboo.
I guess people don't want to believe that they won't believe. There are some of you in the comments.
Oh my god.
Oh god, that's brilliant. Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. I won't be posting it. We had our fun with the last James Franco video, but
yeah.
I don't.
You gotta have a laugh. That's it.
That's it. So when's your next live show?
I will be going live back again on, just got my diary here, probably next Friday, 24th. So I said I'll take a couple of weeks off. I'll still be uploading like now and then, documentaries, etc. But yeah, next Friday the 24th, I'll start going live. So but yeah, stay tuned. I'm not going anywhere, guys. Just sort of taking a step back from the absolute S show in ufology at the moment because it's we know what it's like hidden. Welcome to ufology. That's me. But what I'm planning to do on Alien Addict, I've got so much magazines going back into the past. I've got so much material. Like, I don't need the internet. The only time I use the internet is for keeping up to current day, but I've got so much material here to work with. I'd rather looking back into the past. I've got my new book. Got this one right here, UFO from the planet Arcot.
UFO. Put it down a bit. UFO contact from the planet Arcot.
Arcot. So there we go.
Oh man, what's that class as? Fiction.
Probably. If got any like decent photographs here. Probably not. No, it's to do with Rendell Stevens. Rendell Stevens, are you in chat? Probably not. Anyway, so yeah, got that one there. So there we go. But yeah. Anyway, come catch me on Alien Addict. And a great show, Hidden. I hope you learned something today.
I have, the satellite.
Yeah, interesting.
And about that King dude.
Hey, Ghost Quest, how's it going, man?
How you doing? That King dude, I'd like to look him up, man, because that's interesting. I'd like to see what else.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We'll think about our next show. We haven't got one planned, but we'll talk about it, and we try and look back into the past. I tell you what, there's one thing I'd love to do, Hidden: the airships.
What do you mean?
From the UFO airships from the 18th century. I'll send you some links.
All right. Because I don't know.
Are you still planning plans for crossover for Ollie and Lee? Possibility, Rudy. We'll see. They got their other plans and all that going on. I think Lee's asked me to come onto their podcast at some point, talk about conspiracies and all that. So yeah, maybe at some point. I do speak to Ollie now and then. I actually spoke to him the other day, and have a little bit of a catch up, bit of a chin wag, as one would say. But yeah, maybe in the near future, mate. We'll see. It'd be good to get him on the show. That'd be good.
Yeah, we'll find a good conspiracy to talk about.
Yeah,
that we all know about.
Alien Addict. Yeah, and then get Alien Addict even more banned.
Oh, I thought it was for over here. I don't mind because I seem to be getting away with things.
Yeah, I think it's a bit chilled out a little bit. So,
yeah,
what happened to Dave? Dave's gone, mate. I think he just left the podcast. I don't know on what terms and all that. Don't really talk about it to be honest with you. But yeah, not sure, mate. Not sure.
All right. So no idea. Well, you said you'll send me some links.
Yeah, I'll send you some links, mate. Yeah.
All right. So, and I got nothing planned other than I'm working hard and looking at so many objects that are drawings.
Welcome to the club.
It's unreal though, Nick, and you'd think write it now, but I don't know, man. I really don't understand. And they even describe it, even say, well, sometimes I see it flashing blue or green, sorry, and then sometimes I see it flashing red. It's a drone.
Exactly.
So yeah. But I missed it, man. I really have missed it. I've had such a nice break from not because I just kind of looked at it that if it's videos, I can't really do anything with.
I understand, mate.
But there hasn't been anything good. I mean, even I mean, I like my last video. Could it have been better? Yes, it could have, but I have to work with what I have. You know,
it's not much out there. I missed someone here. Monochrome. Hello, Monochrome. Did you decide Die Glocke was real or not? Yeah, we think it's real. I think it's real. Yeah. As we discussed the back technology, say the technology afterwards being developed. So yeah, I think that's a stamp of approval as real. There we go.
Hello,
Monochrome.
Yeah, see, I think the technology is real. I don't know that about a machine.
Yeah,
because the machine bit's a trust me, bro.
Oh, you trust me, bro. I understand. Yeah, what Eagle was saying.
From Mr. X. Yeah. From Mr. X. So it is a bit of a trust me, bro. But that, what's his name? Ham. Am I saying it right?
Hans Kammler.
Yeah.
Hans Kammler.
Yeah. That dude, he was high up, man. He knew. And like you said, he's a very smart guy. And I think he he remembered the technology. He remembered how to do the Mercury, and he told the Americans how to do it, because to me, that's the evidence, is the satellite. Because that's real.
Oh, that's real, yeah, for sure. But then you got the
Everything-
Red Mercury involved with that. It's a bit like, oh, you know.
Well, that's where it is. Never let a young. But then that goes back to that old guy talking 1,000 years ago. So maybe if we look at it like how, let's say, things in ancient texts has been, where when they translate it from one language to, let's say, English, something gets lost in the translation, or something's added in the translation to make it fit. And maybe Red Mercury was put in when it should have just been Mercury, because it seems like he had it right. You know?
Yes, this is it. Yeah.
The only thing that people are going to trip up on is the name, and I think that may be something that might have got lost in translation.
Good point. Because we know Mercury is real, but it's Red Mercury, non-existent, basically. Yeah.
So that to me alone, I'm fascinated on.
Probably do a recap on this one, I think.
He sounds like an Indian version of Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Because he was making things that you could fly, according to AJ. That burnt red mercury as a fuel.
I would say Nikola Tesla, where he was developing these flying machines to a certain degree. Would you say that, Hidden?
I don't know that Tesla even had anything to do with these things.
Patents, I should say. I think he did. I don't know. This is the internet, isn't it? A lot of fakery going on.
I mean, I'm not like, I can't say I'm an ambassador of Nikola Tesla, but I had done some research into him, and I've never seen, the only UFO connection I have ever come across with him is the Black Knight satellite.
I'm not too sure about that one. We'll do an episode on that if you wanted to. I think it's probably just space junk, but there's photographs of it. So we'll see. Yes, Science Evidence Fringe. Yes, Tesla believed he was communicating with ETs. Yes, and where he would get his ideas from was from up there. All right, should we just end it there, Hidden? Because I want to go to Betty Bice. Could be honest. I've got to be up at 6. In 6 hours' time. Barely getting any sleep at the moment. But anyway, I hope that was educational for Hidden and for the people in chat as well. But Die Glocke is immensely fascinating. Just be very careful where you get your information from, the internet. But if you want the true story, Igor Wachowski's book, The Truth of the Wunderwaffe book, you can find it on Amazon. And there is a section in here talking about the Bell Project. There you go. Or,
but isn't that the guy still? Because you said if you want to know the truth, this is his book. But this is the truth. Isn't he just like at this moment a Lou Elizondo? I got a story to tell, and my story must be told. Because
I guess so, probably.
Mr. X, just remember this Mr. X.
Or you can get this book by Nick Cook, The Hunt for Xerum.
Who knows? I shouldn't insult the man, because I'm not insulting him. I'm questioning him. But at the end of the day, it does seem that the technology did exist. The technology did exist. Surely they would have tried to do something. So there could be a physical bell. But I do think the Die Glocke project was a real thing.
Sure.
And I think it was kind of stayed in people's minds, though. You know, like, I don't know. And then when you take into consideration the other scientists, I can't believe that my man said they were chatting about quantum physics.
I gotta get that book. That book was quite interesting, actually. I'll have a deep dive into that one. Yeah, very interesting. It makes sense that they would spy on the employees.
Well, it was kind of a sly way to do it, weren't it? Because they didn't know,
Yeah.
and you let them think they got freedom and all that, and they're just divulging secrets.
Yeah.
But like they said, he said they never mentioned anything about the bell.
This is it. Yeah.
But
the quantum physics.
Yeah, but maybe it's something that they all said amongst themselves. We not under no circumstances do we talk about this. I don't know.
Science Evidence Fringe says they definitely knew that they were listening to. Yeah. I would imagine so.
Maybe they just had this thing then. Whatever we do, let's not talk about the bell.
Because they were also talking about women as well.
Well,
So they went from quantum mechanics to bush hair.
It's a bunch of men, man. It's a bunch of men. Talk about chicken. Never mind. Sausage fest. That was the word I was looking for. But anyways, yes, let's end the show. So thank you. That's it, man. I'm pretty much on board now after seeing all the evidence and stuff. That's pretty crazy. So I wasn't before. I gotta say, I thought it was a wartime myth.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's it. I'm sorry, I'm babbling. So it's time to go. Goodbye, adios, arrivederci, sayonara. That's
Konnichiwa?
it. Konnichiwa.
Is that hello in Japanese? I don't know. I just said it. But anyway.
We'll just say goodbye. Yeah.
Just say goodbye. All right. But guys, thank you so much for joining. Again, no live show on Alien Annex, not until next week. But you still get videos of me rambling on current day ufology, etc., etc. And yeah, peace be with you. That's a Star Trek symbol. Anyway, there we go.
Yeah.
Take care.
May the force be with you. I did it wrong.
You did it wrong, Hidden. Shame on you.
No, my hand. All right, I'm going. There we go. We missed one. We missed two.
Take it.
I'll leave you all to say them foreign words. Good night, and stay blessed and keep safe.
Konnichiwa.
420.
420. Take care.
Hidden underbelly, deep and wide, chasing saucers in the starry skies. Truth uncovered where the shadows lie. Big up our brother, he's the cosmic guy. All hidden, all hidden. Your light is never forbidden. Hidden, all hidden. The truth you've always given. Whispers of the cosmos in the night, shining answers through your second sight. Investigations that you bring to light. Mysteries unfolding your endless fight. All hidden, all hidden. Your light is never forbidden. Hidden, all hidden. The truth you've always given. Saucer trails in cosmic tales. Through the static you prevail. Hidden brother on the case, bringing truth to every space.